Hi everyone, and welcome to LoyaltyLion's new Discounting Playbook Bootcamp, where we're rewriting the rules for this coming Black Friday Cyber Monday. I'm Jack, a partnerships manager here at LoyaltyLion, and I'm really excited to be able to connect with Natalie Nyamabo from Klaviyo. Natalie, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, very happy to be here, Jack.
So you're today going to talk us through a few strategies which allow us to use Klaviyo to reduce your reliance on discounting while still maximizing your sales, retaining additional margin, and winning over new customers this holiday season. So to begin with, could you please tell us a bit more on how we can vary our discount strategies by using alternative incentives?
Great question. A question that we hear often. So how do we vary our strategy? So in our strategy, to remove yourself of the reliance of providing a discount, plays that you could take into consideration are engaging your customer through a contest, offering free shipping, free samples, and also looking at a way to provide maybe early access to content or resources.
No, really interesting. So essentially offering something experiential, which is not going to impact your brand margin. So if you are conscious about your P&L, for example, it's just a way to circumnavigate that.
Correct. And also increase your customer lifetime value, obviously. So a good example would be of a brand that we engage with, Bravo Fabrics. So we know that many brands leverage a discounting, but does it mean it's the only way that it's the best performing way? The brand that we're talking about, Bravo Fabrics, well, they have been able to test between the 10% discount they were offering in their welcome as they're gaining new subscribers. They tested providing the £300 worth of a win in free products. And guess what performed best, if you have any idea?
I would assume that, and this is from a very focus where I haven't really been thinking about the way that Klaviyo can strategize, but you would assume that that 10% discount to all customers would be the most effective.
You'd assume that, but actually in this particular instance and in this use case, it wasn't the case. The performance was just identical in terms of the two offers brought. So it means that this alternative is a good alternative, and in performance-wise, you won't be losing as a brand.
Okay, no, that's really interesting and worth considering. And moving on to the second strategy, what about the initial merchant's welcome offer? How can we rethink that?
Yes, well, we can rethink the initial merchant welcome offer in another way. I have merchants that tend to go into a route, again, to keep that margin, profit margin, by providing free samples, for example. Then we have another example here from a customer of ours called Living Proof. In their use case is particular, slightly different than Bravo Fabrics. What they do is that they offer five free samples with purchases over a specific price. So let's say my purchase is over £50. Instead of giving me a discount to increase my second purchase and increase that CLV, customer lifetime value, they'll give me free samples. And what they've noticed is that it encourages that second purchase and creates that customer stickiness that we want over a long time.
Interesting. No, that sounds like a really good strategy to move customers up their consumer journey and make them more loyal at the end of the day, which is something which obviously is very valuable when it comes to customer LTV, as you mentioned. Okay, no, that's all really helpful. And I guess moving on to the final talking point or the final strategy, let's talk about offering incentives for high value actions. What does that look like and why is it valuable?
Yes, very good. So these are for our high-end brands. Often we get that because by definition, they do not rely on incentives, even through the Welcome series that we just discussed, how to acquire new customers. So what they do is that they provide a discount based on the value of the purchase. And that would be not a discount, forgive me, it's more like a free shipping, like what I mentioned before. And even often what we find when we're preparing for BFCM, their VIP customers will have early access to their sales.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. No, sounds like another great technique. Okay, well, those are the 3 strategies that we are focusing on today. But before I let you go, are there any other top tips or advice that you'd like to share for our viewers?
I would like to just reiterate, don't be afraid to remove discounting. There's ways in which I've seen other brands also leverage the free giftings, for example, that I mentioned, but very, very clever ways. It might not be related to your business, but you might want to incentivize a business that is environmentally conscious to incentivize planting of trees or sharing of seeds, for example. I've seen that work very well, even if it's completely unrelated to the actual business. And again, you might be a high fashion brand, and you want to make ways to engage with your customer without discounting. We mentioned again the ability to do the free shipping, but early access to content is extremely key, and I think we leverage the least. For example, if you have a brick and mortar store, what you could do is give them early access when the launch of a new store to drive also that store visits. So those are things to think about, and that could help your brand drive higher and greater value engagements.
Okay, brilliant. And thank you for that. Again, really interesting and fascinating. Well, thank you so much for being a part of our bootcamp. Just before we sign off, where can viewers go to find out more about Klaviyo?
Great. So viewers can go to our Klaviyo website. It's klaviyo.com, Klaviyo, Klaviyo.com. The website gives you access to a lot of good content. So there's our help center. Our help center is not just dedicated for our customers, it's really to the world. And on our help center, you can use and find extremely valuable information about how to run your welcome series, how to run plays to increase your average purchase, but also looking at ways to increase that second purchase, which we think it's very important for our brands to create that stickiness over long term. Then you have our community. Our community is a way to engage with other brands. And our other brands, they talk very richly about plays that they want to start running, ways that they feel has been more beneficial than others. And we get to find out loads of new incentives, but also loads of new programs that are running and are trending on the market. So I really invite you to go on klaviyo.com, make sure that you subscribe. You can subscribe to our help center, but also to our blog community. So feel free, and we're happy to serve.
Perfect. Thank you. So thank you everyone for watching today, and please stay tuned for the next installment of our new Discounting Playbook Bootcamp. In the meantime, Natalie, thank you so much for your time today. It's been so exciting to listen to the different strategies that we can implement.
Yes, we're always here to work together. And as you know, we are partners. So
perfect. Thanks.